618.
Welcome to Lifestyle Buzz Today with Orlando. Fresh, innovative, entertaining talk about topics we are all in one way or another involved with. And now here's your host, Orlando Burgos.
Well, hello, world kitties. How are you? Welcome to another edition of Lifestyle Buzz, the connection for better living, or as we like to say, the antidote for boring radio. Oscar night tonight, huh? A fun night or a total disaster? Which is going to be? We'll be chatting on this with our guests, Ewart and Joy. Social news. This is kind of I'm going to touch on it very lightly because we're not a political show, but I do have a lot of respect for human beings as we happen to be. You know, I 4 very prominent awards for women went to 4 guys who are transgender. Do I find it correct? My opinion is my opinion, but I also want to hear from my guests and Mike too about this when we get on it. Our guest today, Mr. Ewart Chin, who is martial art master, actor, producer, an all-around good guy, and his friend Joy Bosley. Not related to Bosley hair, okay? So no calls about getting an implant, all right? How are you?
Don't do that. Good. How are you?
Very fine, thank you. Ewart, how are you?
I'm super. Thank you for asking.
Glad to see you here in your party outfit already.
Yes, getting ready for the Oscars tonight. It's going to be amazing.
You think so?
I think so.
Okay, we're going to be talking about that when we come back. Michael, what have you got to say?
Well, yeah, I'm always looking forward to the Oscars. You know, maybe because we live here in Southern California, it's kind of a company town. But I remember I was born on the day of the Oscars.
Wow.
Were you?
I was.
How come you're not named Oscar then?
I know, huh? You know, but my mom always says that, you know, I was born and then I was laying in her lap as a newborn. We watched the Oscars together. And so
wow.
we always watch the Oscars together moving forward. It's fun, you know, a lot of good snacks to eat, and it's fun to bet on too.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, I was driving in Hollywood today, and the whole of Hollywood Boulevard is shut down completely, all around there. And there were lots of people out with cameras and all dressed up. Just a whole neighborhood of Hollywood around Fairfax and actually La Brea and Highland.
Okay, sounds good.
Adjust your travel plans accordingly, folks, if you're here in Southern California.
Yes.
And nice, because it's not going to rain today.
That is super awesome. Because,
yeah, I mean, like yesterday was such a gloomy day.
Yes.
And I was telling Mike that piece of a tree fell on top of the roof of my house and
oh no,
created a huge leak. So I'm glad that today is going to be one of those days where at least we're going to have dry floors inside the living room. So, you know.
Absolutely. And also, if you are driving, I would watch out for those sinkholes.
Oh, God. Have you guys noticed how the streets have been destroyed by all this rain?
Well, I think, honestly, the roads in LA is super bad.
Yeah.
If you go to Orange County or Ventura County, it's so much better.
Yeah.
And I don't understand it because combine Ventura and Orange County, the amount of taxes combined collect, LA is way ahead.
Yeah, I know. Okay, we're going to be discussing all that type of stuff when we come back. Let's take a little bit of a break. More Oscars after the ads here.
Do you have Medicare and do you use a CPAP machine? This is a national healthcare alert regarding your CPAP supplies. Using a clean CPAP mask and clean supplies is important to staying healthy. The best way to make sure your CPAP equipment is clean is to get new supplies. If you have Medicare, we have great news. Medicare will pay for you to have new clean supplies every 90 days. We'll even do all the paperwork for you to make sure that there's little to no out-of-pocket cost to you. And you don't even have to leave your home. We provide free in-home delivery. So if you're a CPAP user and you have Medicare, staying healthy with new CPAP equipment is easy. Just make this free phone call right now to get started.
Sponsored by Specialty Medical. 800-846-2153. 800-846-2153. 800-846-2153. That's 800-846-2153.
Welcome back. Oscars have been, by tradition, a program that has been appreciated. I mean, I've been here since 1958, and it's actually, we had just missed it when we arrived here, because we arrived here in April, and so we had just missed it. Right. And my mom was totally destroyed by it, because regardless, in Costa Rica, we used to buy a magazine called Bohemia, which was printed in Argentina, but it was primarily about American fashion, American movie stars, and Mexican movie stars. And so my mom was very much into that. She loved it. So when we came here, we actually had a strange personally, had a concept that Hollywood was this fenced-in, beautiful place, and all the movie stars were living there. You know, that was the type of thing. Anyway, so when we used to hear the mention of the Oscars, it was such a romantic thing. It was like, I remember the next year we watched it, and it was like, there was such decor, such glamour, true glamour. During the fashion, I mean, do you consider that today's fashion matches the original concept of the Oscars?
That is a good question. I feel that over the years, fashion has become adaptive to the newer generation as we, come across with technology in different ways, different perspectives, and different people's views and how the world views around us are changing. I definitely feel it has come a long way from its original concept.
Okay.
Yeah. I think back then it was so like, wow, it's so like big, and so like back in the 50s, in the 20s, in the 30s, it's like when they come on stage, it's like, wow, and I don't think that we have the wow factor as it used to be now, as opposed to that.
Is the wow factor gone because now everything is more political than actually entertaining?
I don't think it has to do with politics. I think it has to do with the new generation and how they see things. Like if you think about music back in the day, I love music back in the day. Music now, I mean, I listen to it, but it's not the same. It's moved to a new generation, and they do things very differently.
Yeah, well, I know that, evolution takes over everything, okay? I get it. The only thing is that Oscars, to me, means the tradition of the entertainment world showing their best to the public. People are there because the public supports them.
Of course.
So I've always felt that the Oscars is something that is like giving back of respect, of honor. Yet today is like, no, I don't believe that politics should enter into the picture.
Oh, absolutely not. Like I say, back in the day, oh my gosh, when you watch the Oscars when you were younger, and you look at the screen and you see all these stars coming out, and you'd be like, whoa, my gosh, she's so like glamorous, so you want to watch it. You know,
Yeah.
nowadays it's like it's okay, it's not bad, but it's not the same.
Well,
not
also,
the same.
wasn't the fact too is that for so many years the Oscars and was really the only time that you actually saw celebrities, especially in that formal kind of attire, in
Right.
that kind of elegant manner. Nowadays, you see them all the time, especially on social media, different charity events, different galas. We have the SAG Awards, the Golden Globes, and I think it's kind of been watered down just because we have so much exposure to all these stars all the time.
Yeah, I think so too.
Okay, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that many years ago when Marlon Brando refused the Oscar because of making a point for the Native Americans, I thought that it was a very noble thing to do, to stand up for the Native Americans, or the same way that anybody would stand up for other skin colors and
Right.
nature of who they are. The thing is, though, that by him doing it in such a forum started the dilution of the event. Am I totally off the mark?
I think you might be on the mark. I remember several years ago, I was at, and they made it a point to do this, UTA, United Talent Agency. They had this huge event that they put on. It's like a demonstration against the Oscars, right? We had Nicole Kidman there. We had all these big stars right on Hollywood Boulevard, and I was invited, so I was there. And they literally, Beverly Hills literally had tanks. I'm like, why are you having tanks here? This is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Are you going to shoot all these stars? You know, but they were demonstrating against the not having the people of color and other people were pushed out of the Oscars. They weren't being represented. And so they took all the money that they were going to do this huge party, Hollywood party, and donated to the Women Foundation, this foundation. And we were there, you know, they were on stage talking, all these big stars were there, were standing on the street. There were a whole bunch of cops and stuff were there with all these tanks and stuff. I'm like, what the hell? Why are they doing this? It doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
You know, and I stand up. I really wanted to be there to support this because, and do you notice a change after that? There's a big change. There's a trend towards hiring people of color, Asians, you know, Mexicans, whatever. They're now recognizing them.
Well, you know what I mean. I think that is what. Look, there's always been an unfair aspect to life, no matter what you call, what happens. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff that needs correction all the time.
Yes.
You know, definitely that's one. The fact that the hypocrisy, though, has been that ever since the times of the Little Rascals, there was always people of color, you name it, even a dog with a black eye. The fact is that there has never been the right recognition while recognizing the need for all these different races to be in the entertainment business.
Yeah.
Okay, that correction, I totally agree that needs to be fixed all the time. What I don't
diversity.
agree, though, is that instead of fighting to correct the issue, they made it almost like a quota situation. And now you find people that really have no talent, but they happen to be the right shade of skin color, and they're there taking you know, spot even from somebody else of the same color but more talented.
Well, it's been lopsided, and the way they're correcting it is just they're going way overboard.
Yeah.
You know, and I think that but I'm glad that it's being recognized now because, for example, my friend who just got a star in the Walk of Fame, I was there, and he's been in the business for 90-something years.
Okay.
And basically, he just being recognized now.
Okay. Let's take a little bit of a break. When we come back, more fun.
Are you paying too much for term life insurance? There's a tremendous price war among the major term life companies. Rates have dropped dramatically in the past 2 years. For example, a man age 45 non-tobacco user, $1 million of coverage is only $75 per month, level for the next 10 years. Or a man age 50 non-tobacco user can buy $500,000 of coverage for a monthly premium of only $110, guaranteed not to change for the next 20 years. That's right, level rates for 20 years. And if you're a smoker, we have great rates for you as well. At the Term Lifeline, we specialize in policies of $500,000 and above. So if you're looking for new or replacement term life insurance, call right now for a free quote.
Rates and availability may vary by state. Sample rate quotes are based on preferred non-tobacco underwriting exam required to qualify.
800-349-6855. 800-349-6855. 800-349-6855. That's 800-349-6855.
Hi, this is Fred Dwyer talking about my favorite Italian restaurant, Angelo's and Vinci's at 550 North Harbor Boulevard in downtown Fullerton. A fantastic place to eat. Come inside and dine in our Italian town square, complete with a 10-foot Christmas tree. That's right, 10 feet. Enjoy our food made from secret family recipes. Pasta, chicken, seafood, salads, and our delicious pizza. Incredible desserts, including my favorite, the tiramisu, flown directly in from Italy. Feel the spirit at Angelo and Vinci's, 550 North Harbor Boulevard in Fullerton, California. Call 714-879-4022 or visit angelosandvincis.com. That's angelosandvincis.com.
Enjoy Tiki Live, the best cable alternative choice today, with hundreds of premium live TV programming, including ESPN, CNN, Fox News, Disney, AMC, Bravo, XF, OWN, and CRN Talk. Plus, no contracts and low month-to-month service. Tiki Live, servicing North America, including the Caribbean. To get started, visit TikiLive.com to order hundreds of channels, including CRN Talk, at a fraction of what you're paying today. Visit TikiLive.com. That's TikiLive.com.
Hi, I'm Dennis Bono. Join me every Saturday at 6 p.m. and Sunday at 3 p.m. for the Dennis Bono Show live from the entertainment capital of the world, Las Vegas. Enjoy this fun-filled hour with my celebrity friends as they perform, visit, and have lots of fun with me in front of a live audience in the showroom at the South Point Hotel. Please join me Saturday, 6 p.m. Pacific, Sunday, 3 p.m. Pacific, right here on CRN Radio and CRNTalk.com.
All right, welcome back. I'm going to touch for a little bit on a subject that is not popular at all, but being that our show is about lifestyle and how everybody's style affects everybody else, and you know, we're all interwoven with each other, in my opinion. And one of the things that I find a little bit weird, not that people are transgender, that's been around for like a long time. But recently, 4 transgender males were named or were giving top awards for women causes. And I find that, for me, it's at least worth discussing for a minute, because maybe I'm all wet about it. I mean, I don't know. Let me start with Mike, because Mike has an opinion on everything here.
I think that people should, whoever they feel that they need to be, they should be embraced for who they want to be. I think it might be a little bit different if it's a sporting event, such as we've seen, Olympic swimmers, Olympic weightlifters, transgenders. I believe a recent court case where they can be allowed to compete in the same event as women. I don't necessarily know if that's fair, but if it comes to the arts, I think personally that if we're talking about the Academy Awards, that there shouldn't be a best actress or best actor. It should just be best performance.
Exactly.
Regardless of gender.
Yeah.
Well, no, that is fine. That is totally fine. The only thing is, what I'm addressing here is the fact that let's say if my mother was a scientist and she invented the cure for cancer, and she was being recognized for all her efforts as a woman, because they struggle harder than males in many cases to accomplish certain things. All of a sudden, here comes Carlos, who happens to be more popular, doesn't have the same accomplishments, but it's the political correct thing to do. And now this Carlos is named Carla, and he beats my mom, who is actually a genuine scientist,
Right.
I don't consider that to be fair, to inject the political
Correctness.
scene
Yeah.
into the situation. That's my only allegation, is that there's plenty of women out there that deserve the recognition.
Isn't that in itself, though, anti-feminist? If they quote unquote deserve something because they're a woman, are we at a point right now where I think there's enough equality across the board where it shouldn't really be a factor if someone gets an award based solely on gender?
I don't believe so. I mean, to me, let's put it this way. My points of view are mine, okay? I'm not saying that they're valid 100%, but mine. To me, I believe that there's two genders. Period. End of story. That's it. Male and female. If a guy wants to dress in a tutu or a kaftan or wear a hairnet with a big hat with funny fruit on top of it, that's fine. That's fine. I don't care. The same way that if a woman wants to go around with a suit and tie and fedora, that's all well and good. But the fact is that to actually come out and say, I saw it during the war in Thailand. In Thailand, there's plenty of shows about, female impersonators. They call it, as a matter of fact, the she boys. Okay, mm-hmm. It's a very common thing. But everybody knew that they were guys. I mean, and some guys actually fell in love with these people, mm-hmm. That's fine with me too. I don't care. But when it comes down to the nitty gritty, I think that if there's recognition to be given for great achievements,
not because
of certain gender,
not because of political correctness,
right? I don't believe in the political correctness part of it. I mean, that's my only dispute on the deal, So, like I said, maybe I'm all wet, but
no, actually, I tend to agree with you. I think they should they should give awards or whatever to people who are well deserving of their talent. Mm-hmm. Not because someone
that's regardless of gender or
exactly
or age. Actually, a lot of things in the world today are becoming more gender neutral. So it is definitely a gender neutral era we are coming into, and I think because previously we have basically altered our idea of what is actually gender neutral.
Yeah. Well, I think we still need to work on it. So let's take a little bit of a break. When we come back, we're going to be talking to Joy about her show. We'll be right back.
No more mold, no more damage, no more outdated old bathroom, no more slipping and hurting, no more stress. Make your ordinary bathroom extraordinary for only $99 per month. New shower, new door, new tub, new wall, new anti-slip technology. Be stress-free. Call 800-973-5411. BCI Bath and Shower is made in America for the highest quality. Ask about our military and senior discounts. Your dream bathroom in as little as 1 day. First 50 callers save $1,500 on a never clear glass treated door. Call now for free premium color upgrades. 800-973-5411. Call BCI Bath and Shower, the leader in bathroom remodeling. Be smart, safe, and stay a step ahead of inflation with our interest-free financing options. Call 800-973-5411. Love your bathroom with free upgrades. Call 800-973-5411. 800-973-5411.
Do you have Medicare and do you use a CPAP machine? This is a national healthcare alert regarding your CPAP supplies. Using a clean CPAP mask and clean supplies is important to staying healthy. The best way to make sure your CPAP equipment is clean is to get new supplies. If you have Medicare, we have great news. Medicare will pay for you to have new clean supplies every 90 days. We'll even do all the paperwork for you to make sure that there's little to no out-of-pocket cost to you. And you don't even have to leave your home. We provide free in-home delivery. So if you're a CPAP user and you have Medicare, staying healthy with new CPAP equipment is easy. Just make this free phone call right now to get started.
Sponsored by Specialty Medical. 800-846-2153. 800-846-2153. 800-846-2153. That's 800-846-2153.
Hi, this is Fred Dwyer talking about my favorite Italian restaurant, Angelo's and Vinci's at 550 North Harbor Boulevard in downtown Fullerton. A fantastic place to eat. Come inside and dine in our Italian town square, complete with a 10-foot Christmas tree. That's right, 10 feet. Enjoy our food made from secret family recipes. Pasta, chicken, seafood, salads, and our delicious pizza. Incredible desserts, including my favorite, the tiramisu, flown directly in from Italy. Feel the spirit at Angelo and Vinci's, 550 North Harbor Boulevard in Fullerton, California. Call 714-879-4022 or visit angelosandvincis.com. That's angelosandvincis.com.
Enjoy Tiki Live, the best cable alternative choice today, with hundreds of premium live TV programming, including ESPN, CNN, Fox News, Disney, AMC, Bravo, XF, OWN, and CRN Talk. Plus, no contracts and low month-to-month service. Tiki Live, servicing North America, including the Caribbean. To get started, visit TikiLive.com to order hundreds of channels, including CRN Talk, at a fraction of what you're paying today. Visit TikiLive.com. That's TikiLive.com.
Now you can get generic Viagra shipped to your door for about $2 a pill. Get the same impact for less. Call Steelman Pills now and get the same blue pill for about $2 a pill. Call now for the 50-pill special and save even more. Plus, get a free bonus.
800-605-1683. 800-605-1683. 800-605-1683. That's 800-605-1683.
Right, welcome back to Lifestyle Buzz with your pal Orly here at the mighty CRN Network, home for 24 hours a day entertainment. Joy. We're going to talk about House of Joy fashion.
Yes. So
Tell us all about it.
The House of Joy Fashion was created as a platform to bring aspiring and professionals together under one roof. Basically, with the idea of creating a positive environment for all creatives to create and build that self-confidence and embrace themselves and their creativity. I had in my last show a fashion designer who was kind of scarce about showcasing her designs. She sent them to me. She thought they'd be a little bit too revealing because the way she creates. She sent me pictures of her designs, and I was like, no, I was like, we'll find a way to make it work. So that's what I'm trying to get away from, is basically the stigma of what creativity is. So there's no box. You're not putting somebody in a box of how creative they can be.
I think if there is a field of work that is open to, it just opens the soul to explore every single possibility, it has to be fashion. fashion and any sort of design should not be limited in any way,
Right.
shape, or form.
Yeah, you should definitely not have that in a box. Definitely not.
Right. Because otherwise, you know what? It goes against the entire principle of
Creativity.
And that's another thing. It's the same thing with the models. So everyone has the capability of becoming a model. There's different genres of models. People carry the stigma of, oh, you have to be 5'9" and above to be a model. Well, there are different genres. So they have plus size models, they have hand models, they have feet models, they have makeup models, they have so many genres. And I just want to be that safe, that creative, that's positive space to be able to, help other aspiring models achieve what their genre is.
Yeah, it used to be that at one time, if models didn't look like Twiggy, nobody got onto a stage.
That is so true.
Well, again,
because
that's the runway genre.
Yeah.
You still have to be 6 foot tall and a certain build to be able to be in high fashion runway. So that is still the stigma, but there are other genres
within that same field. Yeah.
Well, you know what? I mean, I think that in many cases, commerce has been the culprit of many things, because for the longest time, a plus size person, female, male, could not find clothing at a normal everyday store like Nordstrom's or even Sears at that time, which was the hotbed of clothing,
Yeah, but that has changed because they have departments now within those companies that anybody can go, and whatever size you are or whatever weight or height you are.
It's the same thing for petite and smaller models or smaller people as well. Like there's extra small, super tiny, under 5 feet people that cannot find clothes because they don't make them small enough.
Well, you know what? I think the same goes with shoes, because a small person needs to go to the
smaller
section
feet or larger. Yeah, they have a stigma of what's considered the average, and how they get that number is based off of the demographics.
I wear a size 14, and it's tough out these streets.
Oh yeah,
yeah. It's order online.
I can say though that somehow they're trying to make that better. It's not going as fast as it should be, but there is
it's
opportunities.
All about supply and demand, though. Really.
But there is opportunities for other people to be able to find stuff now, as opposed to way back then.
Because of technology, of course.
Yeah.
You can order
right
it now.
You can have plus size models are very much in demand because
right. It literally went from the stick figures, real small, to plus size. Literally dominated the market at one time. Like plus size, like there's fashion shows that I was excluded from because I am not a plus size model. So there are there's definitely a whole genre and a whole market just for plus size models.
Well, you know what? I mean, for many years, if a person, male or female, but primarily females, if they were like a little bit on the plus size, the only thing that they could find to wear were these sack-looking outfits that just draped the whole thing with no belts or no nothing, because there was no actual fashion that you could say that was dedicated to them. Today, actually, there are people that dress to the nines without having to go to custom work,
Right.
But I also feel it's also the simplicity of keeping like high fashion runway. For example, if you have a 6 foot model that's set size, well, you make 30 of those sizes, then you don't have to figure out who your models are. So it's the models at that point are interchangeable.
No, I get the part as far as, let's say, being on the runway and all of that. I get it. I get that part very easy, because you want a certain uniformity too. You want to project a certain look too. And you know what? In my opinion, I think that if a plus size person sees a more slender person coming down the runway in a very beautiful outfit, it may inspire that. I mean, being overweight is not healthy.
Right,
Let's be honest
obviously.
about it.
Being underweight isn't healthy either.
I know.
People will be starving
So
themselves
you,
just
you
to
need
be.
to actually consider being in the range that is adequate for your height and the whole thing.
Which goes into nutrition and fitness and balancing the two.
So yeah, you need to actually then get a lot of other items involved, your nutrition, exercise, and all of that type of stuff. So
Right.
So society dictates what we are, what we want to do, because like in that situation, like you say, this model sitting there oversized and see this other model walking down the runway in this beautiful dress. I'm like, oh, I want to wear that dress.
Right, and that's why the House of Joy Fashion exists.
all right, let's take a little bit of a break. When we come back, Ewart is going to talk to us about his stuff. We'll be right back.
Do you have Medicare and do you use a CPAP machine? This is a national healthcare alert regarding your CPAP supplies. Using a clean CPAP mask and clean supplies is important to staying healthy. The best way to make sure your CPAP equipment is clean is to get new supplies. If you have Medicare, we have great news. Medicare will pay for you to have new clean supplies every 90 days. We'll even do all the paperwork for you to make sure that there's little to no out-of-pocket cost to you. And you don't even have to leave your home. We provide free in-home delivery. So if you're a CPAP user and you have Medicare, staying healthy with new CPAP equipment is easy. Just make this free phone call right now to get started.
Sponsored by Specialty Medical. 800-846-2153. 800-846-2153. 800-846-2153. That's 800-846-2153.
What are you going to do with your old car? You can try selling it, you could junk it, or you could donate it to Heritage for the Blind. Your car will be towed away for free, and your donation is tax deductible. Just call 1-800-785-9618. Heritage for the Blind accepts cars, vans, trucks, and boats. It doesn't matter if your vehicle runs or not. It will be towed away for free, and you'll be supporting those that need help. Heritage for the Blind is a nonprofit organization that helps the visually impaired live fuller lives. Call right now to donate your car, and as a special thank you for calling, you'll receive a free 3-day vacation voucher to many exciting locations. Call Heritage for the Blind right now, 1-800-785-9618. Donating is easy, and your vehicle is towed away for free. Plus, you'll get a free vacation voucher. Call now, 1-800-785-9618. That's 1-800-785-9618.
All right, we are back. Ewart, you mentioned at the beginning you enjoy our collaborating
Yes.
on a fashion show.
Right.
Is it collaboration or is Joy show, and who can talk about it?
So it is a team effort. What it actually takes to put together a show is a lot of work. You got to confirm certain people. You've got to do reach outs, callbacks, follow ups. So it takes a lot. And as we expand and as we grow, I definitely feel that instead of a partnership or a collaboration, we're definitely going to need a team. To go into these productions.
Okay.
Yeah, it takes a lot to do this, as she says. And we have to get sponsors, we have to get locations, we have to get models, we have to get designers, we have to get some entertainment to go along with that. Right. It's a lot of work. And
then we're also keeping everybody on the same page, which is a lot of typing and emailing.
Yeah, so if Joy was to do this by herself, it would be crazy. It's a lot to do. So I focus on certain parts of it with getting the sponsors, with getting the location, with working out.
More of the social interactions.
Yeah.
I'm more behind the scenes, and I did it that way because I'm better behind the scenes and more tech savvy, and he's more people, social, outgoing. So talking to him is like I mean, nobody's not going to want to not talk to him. So I just let him handle like the public relations and, you know, shaking the hands and, you know, confirming the deals with the people. And then I just go behind the scenes, do the research, you know, and kind of calculate different ideas. Hey, can we do this? Can we do that? So basically, I'm like behind the scenes as almost like a brain in a way. And then he's like the heart, and then he kind of reaches out. And
Well, you know what? I mean, there's a lot of people that want to handle everything you know, themselves. People are afraid to share sometimes. So when I hear you two talking, I really appreciate the situation, because there's a synergy that really comes out in the fact that you recognize each one's strong point.
And then merge that together to
then
make something successful.
When it comes to 18th is right.
Yes, yes.
So
Next
everything
Saturday.
actually comes together like I've been a funnel.
Right.
And the tip of the funnel is the 18th, and there it is in all its splendor.
Yes, the last show we did actually, and this was like a miracle. We had 2 weeks to put this together, and we work our butts off, and we made it happen, and it was so successful. So now,
lots of coffee.
so now this one is a little bit more challenging because we're wanting it to be much bigger.
Much bigger.
And so we've been working behind the scenes around the clock to make this happen, including our busy days as well, because we have other things that we're doing. So it takes a lot. You know?
Again, and then every show that I've done so far has not been, you know, about me and what I want. It's about what's like I'm constantly trying to see the other people's perception and, you know, what if I was in their shoes, what would I want? So I basically, like the Lucky You fashion show, the New You fashion show, and Journey of You fashion show are the 3 shows that I've done, and it's all about you. So the creatives that go into it, it's all about them. We do this for you, basically.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a very good point to make.
Because I actually create all the models their own personal flyer, and it's just me doing that. So
yeah,
that's time consuming.
Basically, they use this to promote themselves within the show,
right?
Because it's not just about us doing a show, and you know, it's not just about us. It's about everybody collectively.
Okay.
You know, because
being able to brand and market themselves appropriately.
Yeah. And I love this.
The fashion designer that comes into your show has creative control of their items?
Their brand. They basically showcase their brand within our show.
Okay.
And so it's promoting them. It's promoting the models, representing themselves on stage.
Okay.
It's everybody benefits from it.
Okay.
And
all right.
I like that concept because you know, I'm a humanitarian, and I like everybody to get their feel of, you know, whatever the benefits are.
All right. Why don't you give us the information about where, when?
It's going to be March 18th over at the Fashion District.
Off Broadway
in downtown Los Angeles, California.
Yeah, and
it's from 7 to 8 p.m. You can actually go to houseofjoyfashion.com and click on the upcoming event link, and then it'll take you to the Eventbrite link where you'll be able to purchase tickets and take a look at the overview of the show.
Good. I would love to see you all there if you can.
Are you going to be modeling something there, Ewart?
No, I'm going to be working hard behind the scenes.
Come on.
You're going to get that red carpet interview in too.
I tell you what.
Of course.
I'll give you a lot of promotion if you make him wear a mini skirt.
Hey, we can make that happen.
If that's the challenge, I will do it.
Okay. Sounds fantastic.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, that's the deal. Hey, it's a deal. We're you know, doing this in front of public, so can't go back on it now.
Yes.
Okay. I mean, it sounds like such a wonderful event, and I recommend that all the listeners, please take note.
Yeah, give that website out one more time, please.
It's houseofjoyfashion.com. That's houseofjoyfashion.com. So HOUSEOYFASHION.com.
We're going to put it on our website too. So.
Oh, super.
Absolutely.
Super.
Right.
Get your tickets before they sell out.
There you go. We'll be right back.
you experiencing pain? Back pain, shoulder, elbow, or hand pain? Pain from a sports injury? If so, schedule a visit with Dr. Michael Sheps, the leading expert in laser therapy for pain management. Call 310-873-4422 or go to drsheps.com. Experience Epic T, the breakthrough laser therapy system that Dr. Sheps developed to make you pain-free in less time. Laser therapy is a non-invasive, safe, and effective in-office procedure that penetrates deep into your skin without damaging the tissue. It perfectly targets areas of pain to promote fast, natural healing. Relax your muscles, ease muscle spasms, joint stiffness, and arthritis pain while increasing blood circulation. For over 25 years, Dr. Sheps has helped Olympic athletes and sports enthusiasts alike get back in the game. Schedule your visit with Dr. Sheps at his Brentwood office in California. Call 310-873-4422 or visit drsheps.com. That's DRSHEPS.com. 310-873-4422.
If Ernest Hemingway was alive today, would he say this to you?
Shakespeare, Mark Twain, Edgar Allan Poe, all great writers. And after reading your book, I simply must add you to the list.
Wait, you don't have a book yet. So make a free call to Page Publishing. Their expert staff can help you turn your book idea into a real book, a masterpiece that could someday make the bestseller list in hard copy and digitally all across the world. Page Publishing can help you completely take your idea for a book, write it, and publish it. So if you want to join the ranks of some of the most famous authors in the world, call now for a free information kit. Turn your book idea into publishing gold. Make a free call right now to Page Publishing.
800-378-3212. 800-378-3212. 800-378-3212. That's 800-378-3212.
When you really want Italian food, you have got to get to Columbo's. Columbo's Italian Steakhouse and Jazz Club, Colorado Boulevard, Eagle Rock. It's that little neighborhood place you wish was down the street from you. Today, it seems so hard to enjoy just a little bit of easy. So much of life seems to get in the way. But fear not, seekers of fabulous food and fun and thrill. Columbo's is Southern California's answer to easy street. Great grub with some of the finest steaks, the freshest fish awaiting for you to devour. Did I mention Columbo's family Italian recipes? Columbo's spaghetti bolognese, their chicken pesto ravioli, magnifico, and of course, the world's greatest meatballs. I can go on. But why go on when you can go on over to Columbo's and experience delicious and easy for yourself? Columbo's, of course, that little neighborhood place you wish was down the street from you. Columbo's, mangia bene.
Alrighty. Well, time flies when you're having fun. So, anyway, let me ask you a question. I know it's probably in your website, and you can confirm that. To visit the show, how much? So people always.
So the general admission is going to be $50. And that's because of all of the amazing sponsors. We have so many amazing people. We have live podcast streaming. We have award-winning talent there, Oscar, Grammy award winners. So you'll be able to mingle with professional entertainers that have been in this business for a very long time. Okay. So that's why, we set and plus it's during LA Fashion Week, or pre-LA Fashion Week. So this is going to be basically breaking the ice for your eventful week coming up. VIP.
Today's $50 is
$50 is absolutely nothing. Like, what is that? Not even a half a tank of gas these days. Am I right?
I know.
Exactly.
But you know what I mean?
And then your VIP actually gets you priority red carpet access, free open bar added to that, so you get drinks during the event. That will be $100.
Okay.
Open bar for $100? Count me in.
Yeah, right.
Exactly.
Like I feel it's pretty fair.
Yeah. I'll show up with 2 thermos bottles and say, "Here,
fill me up."
Fill me up. No, this sounds like a really, really good event, and we're going to be talking more.
We actually have some Grammy winner that's going to be singing on the show.
Right, that's what I said.
We
like
have
that's
belly
why
dancers that's going to be dancing.
We have grade A.
We have a band that's going to be playing.
Yes.
We have DJ I mean, this is going to be a funny
And
event.
then we have vendor booths set up, so you get to check out some great, amazing small businesses that have been in the entertainment, and now they're branching out into the business side, with their pop-up shops. And so we're supporting local small businesses as well.
And you get to meet some celebrities.
Yes.
There you go. Are you going to be signing autographs there, Ewart?
Well,
Actually, one of our musicians may be signing autographs.
yes, I was in San Diego at the Comic-Con there, signing autographs to my fans.
Yeah.
And sit next to me was this famous actor from London. And we were there signing autographs together. And he signed mine, I signed his. But then this lady from Japan had a booth there that she flew in from Japan. So I don't know how she knew about me, but she came over to me with this chain. It's called Naruto. It's like a Japanese anime, famous Japanese anime. Mm-hmm. And she said, "You must have this." I'm like, wow. So I got it from her. I signed one of my pictures and gave to her, and she was so excited.
That sounds good. Okay. Well, time has come to give you a little bit of information about us. If you want more information about all our websites and more about Joy Bosley and Edward Chin, please visit our websites at, it's going to be globalconnects.media. And there you can actually go to Lifestyle Buzz today and to Lux Travel Buzz as well. So they're all connected.
Right.
In one media right now.
Right.
So,
Joy?
We're going to be putting your information in all the 3 websites, and hey.
Super excited for that. I mean, you said you do some traveling, so.
There you go.
Some
We're going to
traveling
be talking
stuff,
about that.
Traveling.
So, Joy, talk about your all the connections where people can find you.
Oh, you can find me on Instagram at joybosley_ or at house_of_joy_fashion on Instagram, and then it's just Joy Bosley on Facebook, and the website houseofjoyfashion.com.
And I'm sure that at your website you have all the other ones, Instagram and all of that.
Right, yeah.
Right, and for me, I would say just Google my name, EwartChin, and there's tons of stuff about me, tons of link
absolutely.
about me.
I forgot you could do that with me as well. JoyBosley.
All right. Let's just say God bless here and leave it at that. Show's over. See you next week.
Thank you for listening.
2 weeks from now, right? We're not going to be here next week. So
thank you for listening.
All right.
Are you tired of your favorite talk show sounding